This was supposed to be a leisurely paced, easy bundle session, but I just got a call from a logger who's bringing me up a load of logs, and I want to be there to develop relationships because I am starting to feel my wood supply is getting low. Right whenever I feel like I have everything figured out, then I don't have everything figured out. And I am still at bundling. It's still making sense for me. And I'm still doing it here at my house because I have a lot of wood that's been left here from my big move last year. And I had just decided to leave my bundling here and I will get rid of all this wood this way. I think, you know, your bundles, you want to have a nice dry package of wood. I think the people that buy bundles probably can benefit from easy to light wood more than anyone else. But in this case, these are going to a grocery store that mostly sells them to campers. So they don't need to be as pretty as they would if they were going to some of my other grocery store accounts. But you still want them to burn. You still want them to be a good product for the customer. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish here today. I am not using my labels in these. I give the customer what they want, and they do not require labels. So there is no need for me to put them in. I have been doing these long enough now that I know exactly what does and what doesn't work. And I used to put, you know, like 5 wraps on, then I was down to 4, and I have found that 3 is the perfect amount. It's grippy enough, it's not going to break apart, you're not using as much or waste. I kind of feel funny because I feel like I'm rushing myself right now, but you know, I want to get this done. I have noticed that if there was ever, you know, like the hustle and bustle of rush hour where I used to have a job where I would drive into town every day. Always trying to be somewhere on time. I mean, that still goes on making firewood, but I've noticed in matters like this, I'm rarely in a hurry. And this hurry is self-imposed because I want to make sure I meet up with this logger. I think it is safe to say that business, no matter what you're in, is all about relationships. And having good relationships with your logger, especially in firewood, is prime. the heck, I'm already up to 7. It's always interesting. It seems you can always find the perfect piece and get it to fit. There's something very satisfying about doing bundles. There's 8. I think one of the fundamental challenges with my style of firewood, you know, I'm not a tree service, I'm not a logger, I am just 100% firewood, and the challenge is, and probably will remain, supply. And that was a big blind spot for me when I got started. I just thought that whenever I needed a load of logs, I could get them, and that's not the case. I guess everyone's situation will be different, but for me, I feel like I've always been chasing my tail, trying to get supply. And while I thought I was in a good position, and I guess I am, well, I would say probably the best position that I've ever been in, I still, you know, here I am, I'm sweating it out. I was looking at my log pile when I got back from my vacations, and it's just nowhere where it needs to be. The firewood can make like right now, yes, especially when you're doing maple, it's going to be dry enough for the winter season, but I got to get it there. I'm working in extreme heat out here too, and I noticed the stretch wrap behaves differently. It gets stuck on the roll a lot more. I put myself in the shade to help me out, but the heat, you know, just has its way. Cruising right along. Stretch wrap, guys, that's the big deal for your bundles. If you use the stretch wrap, you've heard me say it, but I will scream from the mountaintops, 90 mil, 12-inch cast stretch wrap. Don't use anything else. Don't use blown stretch wrap. Don't use the heavier gauge. I think the skinnier stretch, or the thinner gauge stretch wrap is the way to go. And definitely cast, because it is so much more quieter. It is more transparent. The customer can see it, the label better. But you'll wind up having your sanity at the end of your production day because of the silence. But let's hear it for the Go Fast wrapper. I gave this my seal of approval about a year ago, and I still think it's the best on the market. You know how I feel about wrapping versus bagging. To each their own, I suppose. Nothing wrong with bagging if that's what you want to do, but I like the wrapping, and I think the Go Fast is awesome. What was really cool, if you were at the International Firewood Expo, Go Fast was there, man. And they brought 6 of these. And what do you know? They sold all 6 of them. And rightfully so, because I think it's a great machine. And here you go, guys. This is, here's 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, guys. I've made 16 of them. I'm going to get the, right there, I'm going to get the wheelbarrow. I have a wheelbarrow too. Oh, by the way, best wheelbarrow in the world. I think you've heard me say that before. This was the first AM Leonard I ever bought. This one has the wooden handles. And I bought this one first because I thought I wouldn't like the ones with the steel handles, but man, was I wrong. My point to you guys is they are both awesome, and if you're looking for a wheelbarrow, get an AM Leonard. Moving right along. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't like working fast. I had this guy once, he was helping me out, and he would make bundles. And gosh, he would wear me out just watching him do this. He was just fast-paced, working fast, working fast. You know, and that ain't my style. But here I feel like I'm doing it right now. My goal is to get this truck loaded, head on down the road, and then when I'm done with the log truck, I will head on in and deliver these bundles. When a customer calls you, you handle it and you get it done. When opportunity is knocking, you open the door. Oh my. My goal is once all of this wood at the house is gone, I'll be moving all of the wrappers to the wood yard. And I'll see when I just see the way that the production will be. You know, this is on wheels. It's got these real nice wheels on it and handles. It's easy to move around. I would probably, especially in the summertime, I don't have any shade trees over there. I would set up the canopy right next to a stack of wood. I would wheel out the Go Fast. I would set my truck there. And I would just start making fire or making bundles, you know. And it's raining. Okay, but we are under a good thick-leaved maple tree here. So let me see. 3 times 4 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Huh. And I broke just a little bit of a sweat. And now it's starting to rain. I can put my Go Fast wrapper back in the garage. And then I'm heading on down the road to get these logs delivered. Got to pay the guy. And then off to the delivery guys. All right, I hope you like this. I'm just giving you a different look and showing you how fast, you know, you can make. What if you're, I'm not saying what my amount is. Let's say that you're selling these for $5 each. That would be 5 times 20. It's that much money that I just made in what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Okay guys, Go Fast wrapper, Ohio wood burner. Everyone have a great day.